Hello, Group 1, welcome to reading. We have fire, strong emotion, passionate love or hate, and 5 of Wands. And your underlying energy is the Magician. I can see that April is going to be quite a busy period for you. The Magician carries strong Mercury energy, so if you are involved in areas like trade, small business, or fast-paced transactions, it's important to mentally prepare in advance. This kind of business may not last entire months, but there will be moments of sudden intensity, almost like a fast food rush, where orders come flooding all at once. You may feel the pressure of this fast pace more strongly this month. There could be moments where you feel the urge to rush others, or you yourself are being pushed by others. However, the Magician as your base energy, it shows that everything happening is within your awareness and a capability to handle. This month is also bringing solid financial gains, particularly through stable primary income. I also sense a strong passion within you toward achieving your goals, along with powerful drive and action. The Magician indicates that your goals are absolutely achievable, but you need a clear plan and a strategy. This could involve further study or obtaining certifications or actively promoting your work. You have the passion, but the strategy will be just as important. We also have the Egg card, success assured with good plans and hard work, and the 7 of Pentacles. The underlying energy is the Queen of Pentacles. This is very promising combinations. Earlier we mentioned that your goals are highly likely to be achieved, and here we have a card that literally confirms success. However, I do need to be honest, this goal may not fully materialize in April. The 7 of Pentacles suggests that if you've already been putting effort for some time, you might start to feel a bit impatient this month, which is completely understandable. That said, both the Egg card and the Queen of Pentacles clearly indicate that your success is already secured. This spread isn't about whether you will succeed. You already have. What you are doing now is bringing that success into the physical world through your actions. If you haven't started taking action yet, April is actually an excellent time to begin. With several planets moving into Aries, you'll receive a strong boost of momentum. But more than anything, this message feels directly toward those who have already started but are beginning to doubt. If that's you, take this as clear encouragement. If your goal is related to finances, stay steady. Your strategy is working. Now we have Weeping Willow, Family Sorrow, and the King of Pentacles. We also have the 3 of Pentacles as the underlying energy. This combination brings up a very specific image, honoring ancestors during a memorial time. For some of you, you may feel the presence or energy of a deceased male elder or ancestor, and a sense of protection or blessing come from them. If you have time up, I see that in addition to paying respects, you may also attend gatherings, whether with family or friends. The overall atmosphere of these gatherings feel warm and supportive. The last group of cards we have here are the Broken Bridge, unsuccessful outcome to a problem, and the Page of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. There's a deep sense of helplessness here. Whatever the issue is, the key for you is to tend to your emotional state and accept the reality of the situation. This is not something within your control, nor is it your responsibility to fix. On some level, you may have already sensed that this issue wouldn't be resolved anytime soon. Like a broken bridge, it didn't collapse because of you, and you can't rebuild it alone. Yet, its existence creates inconvenience, possibly even literal obstacles in your daily life. This energy feels like being stuck on one side, unable to move forward. The High Priestess as your foundation tells us that everything is happening for a reason and everything will eventually be resolved, but the role is to remain calm and centered. Also be mindful of online security this month, both in work or personal life. Stay alert to scams or deceptive situations. The High Priestess is one of the wisest energies in the tarot. Whenever you feel confused, take a moment to go deep, reflect deeply, and you will find clarity. The archetype you can connect with in April is that of a monk or nun. For those in the first pile, you possess strong spiritual insight. This month calls for deeper faith. Faith in your goals, in their achievability, and in plans you've set. Don't let outside noise or opinions shake your confidence. External situations may affect your emotions, but if you can ground yourself and recalibrate, you'll realize that you exist independently from these problems. You don't need to get entangled in them. If you feel inner restlessness this month, try connecting your emotions to a higher presence. When you do, your natural gifts will align with something greater. Wishing everyone in the first group all the best, and I'll see you in the next reading. Hello group 2, welcome to reading. The cards we have here are the Seahorse, Family Matters, and the Knight of Pentacles. The underlying energy here is the Hierophant. Okay, so if you're already in a stable relationship, I see things progressing to the next stage just as you planned. And regardless of your current relationship status, there's a strong sense that you have a long-term serious vision for your future family. You are someone who is grounded, reliable, and strategic. And because of that, things tend to unfold according to your expectations. Beyond family matters, I also sense that in April, you'll be aiming higher when it comes to your social identity or status. Some of you may enter a highly respected or authoritative institution, and you can already see yourself building a long-term future there. It feels like you've gained clarity on this kind of person you want to become, and in April, you'll be taking concrete steps toward that vision. And for some, this also includes long-term financial planning, driven by your expectations for your future, your family, and your influence. If you're currently studying or preparing to study, this is an excellent sign. The path may be steady and without shortcuts, but the outcome is very promising. We also have Firecracker, Excitement, and Two of Cups. The underlying energy we have here is the Queen of Wands. This is beautiful energy. If you're single, there's a strong chance of meeting someone who sparks instant attraction, love at first sight, and more importantly, this connection is mutual. It's a relationship where both people are equally invested and drawn to each other. You come across as incredibly charming in their eyes, and around them, you're able to express yourself with confidence and ease. If you're already in a relationship, especially a long-distance one, April may bring a reunion. You might even start making plans to close the distance between you. And this doesn't only apply to romantic relationships. It can also point to friendships or business partnerships. There's a strong sense of clicking with someone, where both of you immediately recognize each other's value. If you work in a firm, there's even a possibility of being promoted to partner. Overall, your interpersonal energy in April is extremely strong. Not only are your connections thriving, but your mood is uplifted, excited, and full of joy. We also have Parrot. Someone will gossip about all your secrets and Four of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, we have Knight of Swords. Okay, don't worry, there's no negative or dark intent here, but I'm actually sensing it that you have a stable and attractive foundation, and combined with the earlier grips, your life is entering a new phase of development, and naturally, this draws attention and discussion from others. The Four of Wands suggests that these conversations are likely happening with your close circle, family, or people in your immediate environment. If you're progressing in a relationship, discussions may also involve both families. The Knight of Swords as the base energy shows that these discussions are quite intense or lively, but they remain logical rather than emotional. Some of you may be planning to purchase property or renovate your home, which can also become a topic of discussion. If you are someone who feels uncomfortable being the center of attention, it's best to stay a bit low-key, avoid sharing too much about your plans or progress. But again, there's no negativity here. At most, you might feel others are being a bit too nosy or crossing boundaries, which can get slightly annoying, and that's all. And lastly, we have the Turkey. Someone is behaving stupidly, and the Knight of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, we have Nine of Swords. Okay, this month, you may encounter someone who leaves you a bit speechless. So it is good to be mentally prepared. This person doesn't have bad intentions. In fact, they may be very loyal and protective, but they tend to act impulsively, like trying to help but making things more complicated instead. They are the type who acts first and thinks later, easily driven by impulses, so you need to be a bit more mindful in how you interact with them. The Knight of Swords shows that while this situation may cause you stress, a lot of worry may exist more in your mind than in reality. It's more about preparing yourself mentally than dealing with actual major problems. Also, connecting this with the previous group, if you have personal matters or secrets, be cautious about sharing them too quickly with someone who carries strong fire energy. They might unintentionally spread the information or take action without consulting you first. Linking back to the first set of cards, this person could even be a family member. The best approach is to ground a situation with patience and stability, moving step by step to balance out their impulsiveness. The archetype energy you can work with in April is the healer. This month, your ability to heal mentally, emotionally, and spiritually will grow and be actively expressed. And through this, you'll also gain a sense of passion and purpose. As mentioned earlier, your interpersonal energy is very strong in April. You're likely to form multiple meaningful one-on-one connections during this time. But most importantly, this healing is just for others, it's also for yourself. You'll begin to understand how to truly care for and nurture yourself in a steady, sustainable way without rushing the process. Okay, wishing everyone who chose the second group a beautiful April 2026, and I'll see you in the next reading. Hello Group 3, welcome to your reading. The first set of cards we have here are the Desk, Pay attention to your work, and the Five of Cups in reverse. The underlying energy we have here is the Three of Pentacles. This is actually a very positive combination. The Three of Pentacles confirms that your work life is moving toward constructive and meaningful change. The Five of Cups in reverse shows that you are finally letting go of the past, whether it's old memories, social circles, relationships, or environments that didn't bring you the best experiences. You're releasing what no longer serves you and turning your focus toward the future. And here's the beautiful part, combined with the Three of Pentacles, I see that in your new or upcoming work environment, you are going to meet people who truly resonate with you. For some of you, this could even be a romantic interest. The Death card feels like a gentle heads up. Pay attention to your workplace, because that's where meaningful and aligned connections will form. Don't let yourself stuck in the past memories and miss out on these genuine bonds. The new relationships you build will naturally replace the old, less pleasant ones. This message is very clear and very direct and full of promise. We also have Vine. Seek out information that will help you, and the Queen of Wands. At the bottom of the deck, we have Ten of Cups. April brings you strong luck in your relationships. You're likely to meet a benefactor or someone who plays a very supportive role in your life. This person carries the energy of a confident, mature, and a charismatic woman. Connecting this with the first set of cards, she could be a new boss, a new client, or even someone within your family or social circle. With this person, you'll feel valued, cared for, and even a little favored. It's a really beautiful energy. If you've been feeling confused lately, especially about something emotional or abstract rather than practical, this person may offer you exactly the insight you need. Combined with the reversed Five of Cups, it's possible that something from your past has still been lingering in your heart. But through this connection, you'll gain clarity, almost like a moment of sudden realization. And if this is someone new entering your life, this connection has strong potential to grow into something long-lasting and deeply fulfilling. For the next set of cards, we have Rooster, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross, and Two of Pentacles. At the bottom of the deck, we have Nine of Cups. April puts a strong spotlight in your relationships, especially in the workplace. While you will meet supportive people, you may also encounter someone who isn't as pleasant. You might feel like you have to engage with this person, but the cards are actually very clear. You can choose not to get entangled. If needed, you might even seek advice from the supportive female figure on how to smoothly avoid unnecessary interaction. The Nine of Cups here represents your natural state. You are already emotionally fulfilled, balanced, and at peace. But the Two of Pentacles suggests that there could be some back and forth interactions with this person that risk disrupting that inner harmony. So your key lesson here is boundaries. Don't let someone else's emotional instability disturb your peace. Protect your personal space and be mindful of your privacy. The last set of cards we have here are the Bag. Something important such as a new job or a raise, and the Knight of Cups. The underlying energy we have here is the Three of Swords. Okay, I see a turning point around something that once caused you deep emotional pain. This could mean that the situation itself improves, or that after it ends, a new opportunity appears right when you need it most. The Knight of Cups brings a very warm, heartfelt offer, something that feels emotionally fulfilling. And combined with the back card, this isn't just a material gain, it's also emotional healing. Since your entire spread carries strong career and workplace themes, if you'd experienced unfair treatment or disappointment in a previous work environment, April brings you the opposite experience. What you lost materially may return in new form, through new opportunities. And socially, you're also entering a new chapter. The energy of the Knight of Cups here is incredibly beautiful. You're truly receiving something that feels meant just for you, something filled with care and sincerity. The archetype guiding you in April is the Gambler. This energy asks you to trust your intuition, even when others doubt you. Moving from the reversed Five of Cups to the Knight of Cups, it feels like you may have gone through painful experiences in relationships or emotional connections. But if you choose not to stay in the past, if you choose to keep believing in genuine connections, then the universe will meet you halfway. And actually, it's not just the universe responding, because you still believe in sincerity. Your intuition will naturally guide you toward it. The people who show up for you, the ones who support and uplift you, are physical reflections of that inner guidance. There's a very soft and warm energy in the spread, gentle but deeply comforting. Wish everyone who chose the third group a beautiful April, and I'll see you in the next reading. Hello Group 4, welcome to your reading. The first set of cards we have here are the 10 card, celebration, fun, enjoyment, and 8 of Wands. The underlying energy we have here is the 7 of Wands. Okay, this is a very driven and powerful energy, really amazing. I see a major breakthrough coming for you in April. Right now, you may be feeling quite a bit of pressure, almost like you are standing alone against many. It's not necessarily that you have actual enemies, but more that your position isn't fully supported, or because you've performed well in the past, people are holding you to higher standards, questioning you, even challenging you. I can feel the pressure, but even more than that, I can feel your strength. You've been standing your ground and defending your position with determination, and in April, the universe responds to that persistence. Suddenly the criticism, the doubt, and the challenges, they begin to fade. Those who once opposed you may even turn into supporters. Things start flowing smoothly, and not just smoothly, but rapidly. With the Eight of Wands, there is a sense of momentum and divine timing, like things are finally aligning in your favor. This isn't just luck, it's a direct reflection of your persistence and your capabilities. If you've been working on developing a skill, like an athlete in training, I see a moment of breakthrough, almost like everything just clicks. What's worth celebrating here isn't just the external results, but an inner recognition of your abilities, a deepened talent, or even sudden flashes of inspiration. Now we have tent, temporary situation, and a chariot. The underlying energy we have here is the Nine of Swords. This feels like an extension of the first message's energy. If you've been feeling stressed or anxious lately, please trust this stagnation is only temporary. As planetary energies begin to move forward again, especially with Jupiter and Mercury, things will gradually regain momentum after this period of delay. The chariot is a very strong and positive sign. You're not just moving forward, you're moving forward quickly and with clear direction. If your anxiety is related to family or your living situation, you can relax. Things are going to improve. If you've been feeling a lack of belonging or security in your current environment, April may bring an opportunity to move into a new space, one that truly feels right for you. If you've been hesitating over an important life decision or feeling unsure about your path, clarity is coming. In April, you'll make a firm decision, and once you do, you won't hesitate to act. The third set of cards we have here are the Dragon, Beware of Self-Delusion, and Nine of Pentacles. We also have the underlying energy of the Hierophant. Okay, this is a very interesting combination. In April, you are being asked to trust yourself more than anything else, more than external beliefs, more than systems, even more than the tradition. The earlier group spoke about inspiration and decisive action, but this group is about grounding those insights into reality through structured, practical planning. Both the Nine of Pentacles and the Hierophant suggest that you are already prepared, both materially and spiritually. You have everything you need to move forward. What's important now is not relying on luck, but trusting your own wisdom and capability and taking action. For some of you, I see a very specific situation. If you're preparing for an exam or evaluation, there's no need to rely on rituals or external reassurance. Trust yourself. You are more than ready. At the same time, this spread also carries a reminder. Even if you're highly capable, stay humble. Show respect to those with experience and wisdom. And if you're engaging in dating or matchmaking scenarios, be discerning. Don't focus only on surface level appearances. The last set of cards we have here are the Diamond. You'll be receiving or giving a precious gift, and the Lovers. The underlying energy is the Hangman. Okay, the most direct message here is the possibility of a proposal, especially for those in long-term relationships finally reaching a milestone. And if you have someone you are romantically interested in, I see the connection deepening this month. There is potential for confession, for openly expressing feelings and taking the relationship to the next level. And if you're already in a relationship but have been facing challenges or distance, April brings reconciliation, especially if there's been conflict or silence. I see gestures, possibly gifts, helping to heal and reconnect. And if you're single, there's a strong chance of meeting a soulmate. This is someone you deeply resonate with, but at the same time, there may be significant differences in how you think. These differences will actually help both of you grow, encouraging new perspectives. And this connection may not progress quickly. Taking things slow and allowing space for adjustment will benefit both of you. And beyond relationships, this gift can also represent a realization, a talent, or a moment of inspiration. And if you've been feeling stuck, April may bring a shift in perspective that helps you see things and yourself in a completely new way. The archetype guiding you this month is the Artist. This suggests that you'll receive inspiration from a higher source and you'll be able to channel it into creative expression, something that carries abstract meaning and helps others see the world differently. And with the Diamond card here, your creations themselves become a precious gift to the world. And if you are a public figure, I also see your influence growing stronger this month. Okay, wishing everyone who chose the fourth group a beautiful April, and I'll see you in the next reading.